Good Friday morning, racing fans. Derby Eve, Florida Derby Eve. And I don't know if you've had a chance to look at that Saturday card yet, but it is one of the best of the year. It's certainly the best that Gulfstream Park has put up this year. 7 stakes, 13 races altogether, some potentially good maiden races, some good allowance races. Just a tremendous card. This Friday card is obviously not anywhere near as good, but we're going to take a stab at it. Yesterday we had the early pick 4. It was only paid $30.60, but it only was a $12 investment for a 50-cent ticket. So 12 gets you 30. That'll work. It's better than throwing it on the ground. Today, the first race at Gulfstream is a 10K non-winners a 2-claimer at a mile and the 16th, and to me it comes down to the 3 and the 7 horse. A couple of Jersey trainers looking for shipping money. It's not one of the greatest races, but those are the 2 likely favorites, and I think they're the 2 horses that you need to use. Second race begins at early pick 4, and take it easy with these races today. Save your good money for tomorrow, because that's when it's going to be. That's when we want to dive in. That Saturday card. The second race is a maiden claimer, bottom claimer, 12.5 at a mile and 16th. The horses in here are a combined 0 for 87. The trainers are combined 32 for 323. There's just not a lot of good things about this race. I'm going to use only the 6 and 7, but if you can single in a couple of these other races, you might want to hit the all button in this race. It's just that bad. The third race is a 15,000 open claimers of 6 furlongs. I like the 4 and the 5 in here. Both of them are coming off good recent races, so I'm going to use those 2. The fourth race is another 15 claimer open at a mile on turf. I'm going to go 3 deep in here. The 3 is a layoff, horse off a layoff. It's 1 on this grass. The 5 is a Nick Kanani dropper. And the 7 horse who won at Saratoga last summer. It struggled a little bit here in the wintertime at Gulfstream, but I'm giving him one more chance. Go 3 deep in there. That 5th race is the anchor leg, and it's another dandy, a maiden 12.5 claimer. This time we're sprinting at 7 furlongs. I went with the horses that have shown the less propensity of losing. I went with the 3, 4, and 6. The 3 and 4 are first timers, and the 6 has 1 start. This pick 4 ticket is going to be an $18 ticket. It's 6-7 with the 4-5, with the 3-5-7, with the 3-4-6, and for 50 cents that'll be an $18 investment. But if you're not comfortable with these early races, you might want to just sit and wait. But we're trying to put out at least something here, so we'll give it a shot. Now the 6th race starts at pick 5. We didn't do very well on yesterday's pick 5. It was a tough sequence, which I explained to you. This one is it's fairly tough as well. It starts off with a very odd conditioned race, and it's a starter handicap for horses that have started for 25 or less, but it's also an optional claimer for horses that you can buy for 40,000. That's 6 furlongs. You don't see this a whole lot. This is kind of new. And here I'm going to use the 3 for Ralph Nix, who's a horse that just became eligible for the 25. It was her first start at 25 or less. She won, bringing her back in here and protecting her. The 6 horse is a filly that Pletcher just took over recently. Its first start with him, it won. It has speed. Might be a single. Could be. And then the 9 is a horse that was claimed in its last race, and it ran big but on the day it was claimed. So I'm going to go 3, 6, and 9 in here. The 7th race is an allowance optional claimer, and this is a mile on the grass. I like the 2 Gitsy Gumi. She's making a comeback. she's a stakes winning New York bred filly who has won at Gulfstream Park. They might be looking down the road at getting her into some New York stakes up in at Belmont, but she's capable, and this is not the toughest race, so I think you have to use her. The 4 horse coming off a big third at this level last time out, and the 7 horse is a Tony Dutrow horse off a layoff who's been stakes placed. I think you go 3 deep in here, 2, 4, and 7. The 8th race is a bottom level 62.5 claimer. Oh boy, am I on the 16th? I'm going to use the 8 and 9, and these are the only 2 that look like they want to win races. There's a lot of horses that are 3 for 55, 3 for 45, you know, and then these horses, one's won 6, the other's won 5. I'm not crazy about the 8 and 9 posts going a mile on the 16th, but these 2 horses might just be head and shoulders above the rest of them. I'm going to go 2 deep here. The 9th race is a 5 furlong turf race for optional claimers, 75,000 allowance horses. Pletcher's got a horse in here that they liked well enough last year to run her in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf. She's going from she made 1 start this year and it was 2 turns. She's backing him. He's backing her up to a sprint. She's really done nothing wrong so far in her career. I'm going to single her. The last race of the day is a maiden 35 claimer at a mile on the grass. And these races are very wide open. This one is no exception. There's several ways you could go in here. I'm going with the 7 and the 8 just because I have to try to take a stand somewhere. Like I said, there's 2 or 3 others in here that merit a little consideration. Now, to keep this ticket in a reasonable fashion, I went. It's going to be an $18 pick 5, and it's 3, 6, 9 in race 6 with 2, 4, 7 in race 7 with 8, 9 in race 8 with 3 singled with the 7 and 8 in that last leg, and that's going to be an $18 ticket. I think this is a good day to just kind of nitpick if you want, but tomorrow is the day that we really want to concentrate on doing on some serious handicapping because those races are so good. Not a lot to talk about today. Like I said, we did have that early pick 4 for a modest $30, and hopefully we'll have some success here. May the horse be with you all, and good luck to everybody.